You're on bell duty today.
Oh, I'm on bell duty.
All right, we're working here.
I can't believe this guy got the mud butts.
You got the BGs.
Jeez. The bubble guts.
The bubble guts.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. Has this ever happened to you?
The bubble guts? Yes.
Well, yeah, it's happened to everyone. It comes for us all. But have you ever been getting ready to get down with a chick, like you've been waiting for this one, and all of a
You
sudden,
get nervous shits?
Yeah. Yo, bruh.
That's the worst.
How dare you betray me right now?
You get anxiety shits?
Yeah. Ain't nothing is more embarrassing than when you're laying with a chick and you're just waiting for the mood to hit, and then your stomach goes.
I don't know what's gonna blow first, me or my ass.
Ooh. When your stomach is at and she's like, "Yo, are you hungry?" Nah, bro, I gotta take a shit.
Nope. I'm not hungry. All right. And so we begin. Wait, this one first. And so we begin.
And so we begin.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the podcast. Excuse me, sorry. Where we pull back the curtain. It's going down rough. Pause. And give you some insight on what goes on behind the scenes at your favorite bar and restaurant. We like to call that in the industry perspective. We made it.
What's up, motherfuckers? And how do we say this for Rob?
I'll say it. Look, Rob, I'm laying down. You can't say shit.
Ooh.
Huzzah!
Ooh.
Bitches. Look at that. What you gonna say, Rob? You ain't here.
What you gonna say? What
Can't
you
do
gonna
shit.
do, brother?
You can't say shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, he can't say shit, but that's why he ain't here.
He is saying a lot of shit.
Yeah, nah, his ass has got a lot to say.
Oh man.
Oh man,
He's not here to defend himself.
He's not. He's
he's
too busy putting up a mud wall. Oh man,
Trying to defend his boxers from the mudslide.
Ooh, he's gonna be investing in Cottonelle after this. Yeah,
We love you, Rob.
to our Apple listeners and our Spotify and YouTube listeners and watchers, what's up, motherfuckers? Yeah, we are back here. I mean, shit, it's kind of hard to keep track of all of this nowadays. The way that we record everything,
I'm listening.
It's not always in order. So we do have an episode that comes out before this.
Yes.
Now that I think about it,
We do?
yeah. So to everyone who watched the episode with Puerto Rican Michael, thank you for checking that out.
Yes.
Apologize for the sound not being.
It was
up to the
windy.
best.
It's
It
an
was-
island. Get over it.
And it was me on vacation. Y'all lucky I filmed anything.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. It was so hard to try to film content while actually being on vacation, just relaxing.
I'm
Like
on
sitting on
vacation
the
right now.
Yeah, you are. But just sitting on the beach and just chilling with a drink in your hand, having good conversation with people. You don't think, oh yeah, let's film content. But you know, we tried our best. We gave you what we had. And thank you for everyone who enjoyed it, and thank you for Michael for dropping all the knowledge that you did.
PRM.
Yeah, PRM for sure.
He did drop some motherfucking
For
knowledge. Shout out to
sure.
you, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
for real, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know we had something, but I want to just I really
let's just
cannot-
dive in, man.
I really can't.
Yeah, this is the first time we've actually done the classic duo episode in, I mean, shit, like about 100 episodes, if not more, or about 100, about 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a minute, man. Shout out to everyone who's been here from the beginning. There's only a handful of you. We know who you are, and thank you so much being along for the ride. You know. Yeah.
Have you heard of
that the bird is the word?
No.
Huh?
Nope.
What?
You earned that.
Some
Have you
people
heard of a collaboration that's coming out in like a couple days?
No.
Well, by the time
not,
this comes
not
out,
this
it'll
one?
be out.
Not this collaboration?
Not this one.
Oh,
By the time
nah.
this comes out, this collaboration will be out.
All right. Nah, cool.
Don Julio and Popeyes are doing a collab. That's
I beg your pardon.
That's got to be racist. There's no way.
Come to Popeyes to get your Respirado.
I need you to read this comment. The very top.
The very top comment or
yeah,
the okay.
Yeah, the tweet.
The racial slur I'm gonna call you if I catch you niggas with a spicy Don Julio chicken sandwich ain't even been invented yet.
There's one more.
Nigulio?
God damn it. I wish Rob was here to participate.
Wow.
It's from a black account.
They say here, nigga.
Wait, it gets better.
Aquí, negro.
They doubled down.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a reposado flavored concha roll chicken sandwich. And the tweet was, they really said, it's a picture of Shuri and Namor. That's how you know the CEO is white. That's how you fucking know.
I mean, but
it's gonna,
God damn,
it's
I
gonna
need
sell.
to see the metrics.
I
need to
sell.
see the numbers. And yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's gonna sell.
I mean, God, I gotta see the numbers.
That
way I can know how ashamed I should feel.
Oh, I mean, the fact that
it's not that the flavors don't go together. It's not that you're not supposed to have those things. It's just that you're not supposed to let the white people sell it to us, man. No. I'm sorry. I will never buy a watermelon from a white person. Ever. I never have. I never will. Like, not any fried chicken. If I order fried chicken, I get to the drive-thru and the person serving me is white, I'm just going to drive off. I can't let you see me buying that chicken. Ain't no way. There's no way. And then there's Don Julio too?
Hold on. I forgot about this one.
Niggerdom might be the blackest shit. In all my years of niggerdom, this might be the blackest shit I've seen. Yeah. Wait.
Oh, there's more?
And no share. Oh, yeah.
That was the top comment on that. Yeah. Oof.
Oh, not the Uncle Ruckus.
Oh man. Look.
Like I'm all to a flame.
Look, y'all know y'all can just make that shit at home, right? Like dead ass. Y'all can make that at home, man. Y'all ain't got to do that in public. I'm sorry. And I say y'all because ain't no Popeyes near me.
No.
I mean, I can't remember last time I had Popeyes. Like, I really can't. I haven't even had the chicken sandwich before.
This comment here said Mexicans sell tacos and margaritas, so I don't see the problem. What, are they referring to Taco Bell? Are they referring to Mexican-owned establishments?
Yeah.
Because if you are, then you're a fucking idiot and you need to delete your account. Matter of fact, stay offline.
Yeah, I mean,
you're an idiot.
I mean, it is the Taco Bell KFC combination that no one asked for.
Low-key, that would be like if Taco Bell just collabed with fucking...
Bro, next thing you know, and I hate that I'm going to say this, but next thing you know, Popeyes is going to have its own bar.
That would be like if... God damn it.
It's going to have its own bar. Popeyes is going to become its own fucking version of, you know what I mean? Like a Chili's, whatever, you know, but like your gateway to niggerdom, like that's what it's gonna be. Like, oh, I feel blacker now. You still can't say the N-word though. You still can't.
That
No
would
matter
be
how many
if,
11 herbs and spices you consume.
if McDonald's collaborated with Buchanan's, or as the Mexicans say, Bucanas. Because Mexicans don't eat a Taco Bell, but they will go to McDonald's on occasion. Or
Yeah.
Mi Donas.
Dude,
Mi Donas con Bucanas.
I'm all for inclusivity. I am. There just needs to be limitations, man. It just needs to be limitations. Don Julio and Popeye should not be partnering together. That's all I'm saying.
That is just like,
That's all I'm saying.
like they're so obvious with it. Come on, man. You're being too obvious.
Obvious would have been Casamigos, but they're with Taco Bell.
Are they?
Yeah, the
Oh, they
one
serve at
over
the
here
cantina?
is almost exclusively like fucking Casamigos, especially for the tequila.
It's just the fucking Concha roll chicken sandwich killed me, and having a picture of Shuri in the
That's so uncomfortable, man.
Oh,
That's so
shit.
uncomfortable.
That's fucking
That
hilarious.
is so uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Look, you took us down that path. You got to take us out of it because mentally, I just wiped my whole hard drive. I got nothing, man. I got nothing.
Shit.
I got
Yeah. No, I got you. I got you. I don't got you because
the concha roll with chicken is diabolical.
Contra roll
I
chicken
haven't-
sandwich, bro. That is like,
That's more for breakfast, though.
I don't know. I mean, you're getting sweet and savory.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm
maybe.
from the South. Like I was in Atlanta for a layover, and I tried to go get Bojangles, but you know it was too early in the day, so I wasn't able to do that. But one of the things they did have was it's called a bow biscuit. It was a blueberry biscuit. But I remember back in the day, or maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but back in the day when I was growing up, you used to be able to get those, and it had like chicken fillet in it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
So it was like the blueberry biscuit on the outside, but a piece of chicken on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they don't serve that at the airport, or maybe that's not on the menu no more. I don't know. But I could do the sweet and savory, but it's got to be for breakfast or brunch.
Sorry, you got a burp. Speaking of meals that are really bad for you, is the Luther Burger real?
The what?
The from the Boondocks, the Luther Burger.
I don't know.
Oh.
I honestly don't. I don't even know that burger.
It's
Like I've seen the Boondocks, but I haven't watched them repeatedly because I couldn't afford cable back when the Boondocks was out.
I think it's like a quarter or half pound burger. Quarter. I don't know. It's really thick cut of meat with I think caramelized onions, bacon, like 3 bacon strips between 2 glazed donuts.
It is real, but not where it's called that. I've had that before at different places, at different like not custom burger spots, but you know what I mean? Like you go to a spot and burgers is what they do, and they do their own, you know, special versions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had one that was a PB&J.
Oh yeah,
that was one of my favorites back
fire.
in Phoenix and shit. And I remember living in Arizona. There was one spot in Tucson way back, but theirs was a burger, and it was in between 2 honey buns. I remember I got that. Damn, it was fire. Like I wouldn't do it again,
That's
but
some real big back
I did
shit.
get it. Yeah, my back wasn't as big back then, but I still ate like it.
That's some big back shit.
It is, yo. But it's taking sweet and savory to a whole new level. You don't need that much. You don't need that much sugar, though.
No, you don't.
I mean, just because you can doesn't mean that you should.
Yeah, my arteries hurt just thinking about consuming like that.
Diabetes intensifies for
Diabetes.
sure. For sure.
It's honestly funny. I really haven't been seeing a lot of talk service industry wise on social media. Just that. And I think just because people aren't going out. Honestly, I haven't seen too many people that have gone out either. But
No one can afford it right now.
And as the month is nearing the end, hopefully that'll change.
Yeah.
Once we get into February.
I hope so. I mean, I don't have as many hopes by the time this comes out, it'll already be February. But going into this weekend, with it being the first of the month and it's on a weekend, that's what we dealt with a lot of last year. And it really, like, for my venue, I can't speak for yours, but for my venue, it ruined a lot of our weekends that the first of the month was always around the weekend, man. Because, I mean, if you got to pay your rent before the weekend, you're not going to go out. Or if you don't know if you can pay your rent before the weekend, you got to save your money till the weekend's over.
But there's a lot of songs that encourage that behavior.
Well, yeah. Back in the day when we could still get away with it, like nowadays you can't. You're working 2 jobs to pay your rent.
Man.
You know, it's hard, man. Like I especially get it for, you know, anyone who is watching this show and hearing us talk about wanting to be paid fair wages and hoping that we get tipped appropriately. You know, I understand how that could feel when you're on the opposite end saying like, dude, I don't have enough money to tip you and go out. Like, dude, we get it. We definitely get it.
We get
it.
So
At the same time, we're not talking to you. We're talking to the people who will go out and spend their rent money in one night just to try to show off. And I don't know about you, but personally, I feel like a lot of that has come from, you know, social media and how social media just like has changed our expectations as far as what a good time really is.
Yeah.
You know, because a good time should be you just having a good time, having fun, especially when you have friends around, family, anything. You know, like you shouldn't need to spend $1,000 to have a good time, but there are a lot of people who go out and they'll spend $1,000, $1,500 on a bottle. And they have no idea if they can pay their rent afterwards. They're just like, run it. Give me another one.
I like agree partially with that because, like, yeah, social media has like obscured the way we view going out and shit. You know, oh, I'm having fun with this and that, but a lot of people, as we said before, that they don't like going to clubs and stuff. So now people aren't going out as much if there's a club like atmosphere, even a place like yours that isn't like that, but will kind of evolve into that at a certain point of the night. So that may discourage people from going out too. So it's kind of like yes, people want to go out and have a great time and want to have just something similar to that. But I think for the most part, people are just sick of that culture. But there's a lot of that out there right now.
Right.
But if they go to the chill bar, they're like, oh, it's too chill. So it's like, so what do you want? What the fuck do you want? Honestly.
But I also feel that that's where like my bar tends to come in. I see the vibe that people have when they come into that spot, especially our regulars. And shout out to all our regulars, because I know a lot of you actually do watch the show because you come back and talk to me about it. But that's what they want when they're going out. They want to go out and they want to have a good time. They don't want to be looking over their shoulder. They're, you know, if they're single, maybe they're looking to, you know, hook up, find a partner, whatever it is. But people want to go out because that's what you do. If you don't go out, you just sit at home.
Yeah.
You know, not everyone works out. Not everyone does art. Not everyone does whatever fucking hobby that gets you out, especially on the weekend.
A lot of people don't have hobbies.
Yeah.
A lot of people going out is their hobby.
And it shows.
Yeah,
it really does show. You know, so for a lot of people, like, going out really is a big deal and they want to come out again. For some people, the last 5 years have been torture. Because before they went in, before we all went in to lock down, whatever you want to call it, you know, it was a Wild West. You just did whatever you wanted to do. Now, like, coming back, especially for a lot of people who haven't been out in the majority of this time, I mean, it's intimidating now. A lot of people didn't even think about what going out was for them until they couldn't do it anymore. And now they're just like, well, how do I get back out there?
To go back to what you were saying, like, it was the Wild West. I remember when I was living in Phoenix, like I want to say maybe the first 3 years that I was out there, like 2017 to 2020. So I would say like a good 2.5. Yeah, I linked up with one of my childhood friends and we reconnected and got close again. And then she integrated me to her friend group, and we were out like 4 times a week, maybe three to 4 times a week. But it was just because, like, we were just, hey, like, we're still in our mid-20s, like, fuck it, like, we're
It was
all
also more affordable back then.
It honestly, it really was not that expensive, bro. It honestly
50
was
cent you call it.
fucking. I think I went to, I think it's called Charlie's, the gay
Oh
bar.
yeah,
I think I went
with the
my
taco truck outside.
Yeah, I think I went with my cousin,
Yeah.
Tony, a few times, and they had the same shit, like cheap ass fucking drinks.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "Hey man, let's go. Fuck it. The chance somebody might buy me a drink, that's fine. Just don't leave me. Stay right next to me.
Yeah.
Don't leave me alone."
Yeah,
Please.
you weren't safe. But I
He
guess
took
that's
care of me. He took care of me.
I guess that's the the push and pull. Like back then, a lot of places would charge you a cover. A lot of places nowadays, no cover. Nobody wants to pay a cover to get in, but they want the cheap drinks when they get in. And it's like, I mean, the entertainment has to be paid for some kind of way.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, you want to come out, and I know we've said this on the show before. When it comes to you as the guest coming out, the entertainment is prepaid, like a cell phone. We have to pay for these people to come out. We have to pay for the liquor. We have to pay for the lighting, pay for the food, pay for everything, and then hope that you come out and hope that you spend money. And then the people who served you the entire time are hoping that you have enough money left over after paying all of that, because we've seen the prices go up too. And then B, hope that you feel that our service was worthy of you giving us a little bit extra, because they're not going to. But sometimes, and we got to get some of these owners up here, to talk about this from a different perspective. But, a lot of times some of these places, they can't afford to pay this and that. So they make choices. Not saying all of them. Some places are really fucked up and they do skirt the rules and they do abuse their clientele as well as their employees. We're not talking about them, but the places that are trying to do it right, you got to pick your poison, man. We've been doing this show for a long time, and we haven't really seen much come out of it other than the love that we have gotten from the people who follow, and especially our people who are local. And shout out to all of you, like whether you're local or afar. But we also know that we were investing in something. Like, we knew that we had to put this time in, put this money in, and so we can see the return. But a lot of times people don't even really see that far ahead. They're just like, oh, I want to go out and I want you to entertain me and I want it to not cost a lot, and then I want to go home. And it's like, you're one of 1,000 people who came into that venue that day, and everyone wants the same thing. It's kind of hard to pay for that.
Speaking of going out, how was your weekend? We didn't even start with that.
No, we didn't. We went right into it.
Mine was absolutely boring. Sorry to cut you off. So I don't have anything to add. Nothing interesting happened.
That's why we didn't
It
talk
was
about it.
6-year anniversary at High Tide, so it was chill. Nothing crazy.
Nice.
Familiar faces came in and got to say hi to people. That's really about it.
I saw y'all had Tony touching.
That will be this weekend.
Oh, that's this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's this weekend coming up. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
The way the videos was posted, I thought it was last weekend.
No. Scrappy and Marilyn came in, so shout out to you guys for hanging out.
Nice.
I worked a double that day, so I was really tired by the time they came in, and then I was just like, all right, my mood's elevated now because I got some friends here, so that was cool. Made the shift go by a little easier. So my weekend was boring, but how was yours?
It was very boring. I did, however, have a few people who showed up on Friday, since I was out of town the prior week, uh, it was nice to get back behind the bar and see people and
Oh,
everything.
did I go in there on Friday?
This past Friday? Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
You were actually hanging with Scrappy and
Oh, I was.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That's
I
because that's why
remember
they came in, because I told them about it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, it was very quiet.
That's pretty chill.
Very, very, very quiet. But being out of town the week before, I definitely was happy to get back to work. And there was I actually posted when I got there, and we were just barely opening, so no one was in there. And like I posted it in a way to kind of let people know, hey, I'm at work. Come say what's up. Because I was kind of curious how many people would notice that
How
I
many
wasn't
people
there the
missed
week
you?
before. Yeah, I did. I
Hey
was.
guys, I'm back.
Yeah,
You missed me?
everyone kind of feels that way. And I had a few people that popped in and were like, "Yo, I popped in because I saw your posts." And earlier today, one of our neighbors, like one of our actual homies, the one that works at the corner store or
Yeah.
whatever, we were in the elevator together, and I was just like, "Hey, man, how you been? This and that, just shooting the shit." And he was like, "Yo, that place is not the same if you're not there." He's like, "It just doesn't run the same." And I was like, "Yo, I appreciate that, man."
That makes me think of this episode of SpongeBob where he quit, or he forgets how to make a Krabby Patty because something happens. So Squidward takes over, fucks up, and then SpongeBob finally gets the confidence to come back. And one guy's walking by, he's like, "Hey, SpongeBob's back!" And everybody comes rushing into the door. That's you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I do.
Some of you know what I'm talking about.
I feel like everyone wants to feel appreciated. Everyone wants to feel acknowledged and seen, So this particular job is just one of those jobs that you're not always thanked and recognized and everything. So it was just really cool. It's really cool to feel that. It was a good time over the weekend, even though it was kind of slow. There was one instance that was really, it was funny, but it was funny because of how awkward it was in the very beginning.
Oh.
And how non-awkward it was as it went on. And so for those of you local who have been to Fight Club, and pretty soon we're going to stop calling it Fight Club, to be perfectly honest. We're getting to a point where I feel comfortable saying the name.
Yeah.
But for now, it's Fight Club. Still got to fill some shit out. But so for those of you who are familiar with Fight Club, we have this open window and we're able to look across the street. And there's a restaurant across the street. And at that restaurant, it's known as one of those places that people go to be seen. People go to post on social media to make it seem like I'm living my best life. Even though I saw this post earlier today in one of those, the shout out to Overheard in LA, but those Overheard in LA posts where it's like, oh, this is a conversation that was overheard and it gets sent in.
No, I haven't seen this post.
We've sent them to you, me and Aaron. Shout out to Aaron. Dorothy Mantooth. Shout out to you. So Overheard in LA is just one of those pages where you send in things that it's like, oh, it's overheard. Kind of like our whiteboard. We don't use it as much because we don't hear as much, as many interesting, phrases because it's been so fucking slow, especially during January.
Yeah.
Because all you motherfuckers want to get your life together.
You know what? Maybe they just finally saw and heard us talking shit, and they're like, "Man, I'm not gonna give them no more free content. Staying home."
No, they just ain't been out. It's been slow. We know what it is because they're still giving the content over here in LA. But that post is said, I had no idea. Paraphrasing, I had no idea. You were going through such a tough time. And then the response was, I said I was living my best life, and no one who has their shit together says that. And I was like, yeah, that's how I feel about this restaurant. And that's how I feel about social media when I see people posting their food and posting their drinks and posting their outfits and posing and all this other shit. Like, social media has become this thing of, let me just show you what I think is the best version of me. And it's like, bitch, I seen you without makeup. That ain't how you look. You know what I mean? Nigga, I seen you when you ain't have $5 in the picture you were in. So I know what you look like after that picture. Like, after that picture, you asked me for a discount. You asked me to take that drink off of your tab. Stop fucking fronting. You know? Like, just on some real shit. I'm
shaming back.
Yeah, I'm tired of people just perpetrating a fraud and trying to act like they have this shit together when they don't. Like, you don't. None of us have our shit together. Just make lemonade like the rest of us, man. Like, please make lemonade like the rest of us. I actually forgot where I was going with this. I know it sucks, but I was telling the story. I feel like if I say that to you, you'll put me back on track to where I was going with it. Hey, talked long enough. I remember now. See how that works?
I was trying to remember too.
So this is Saturday night. As I said, I'm at work. I'm able to see out the open window, seeing across to this restaurant, to where people go to tell you that they have their life together, because those are the posts that they make at this restaurant. Mm-hmm. And everyone knows it. Like, I'm not talking shit. Everyone knows it. So it's about 11:30 to 12, somewhere in that time frame on a Saturday night. And I look over and I see a group of people going towards the street. I'm thinking they're either going to catch their Uber, because there's about 6 of them, or they're coming over to us, which happens, or they're just walking off, whatever. Instead, half of them turn around and 2 of them start fucking swinging.
That was funny. I was going to say either they're going to the restaurant or they're going to catch some hands.
They came out of the restaurant and then started throwing hands immediately. Immediately started throwing hands. And I had the same reaction as the security guard from the restaurant they left and the bar I work at, because I saw both security guards walk into my line of sight when the blows started getting fucking thrown, because what I saw was a chick getting punched in the face by a dude.
Oh.
But what had happened was, old girl pulled the other homie's shirt off, and it was a sports bra.
Oh.
It was It was just one of those moments where you're just like, I saw the security guards. Both of them were just like, there's a dude like hitting a woman. Like, yo, I got to go in. Like, Cape was about to go on.
Yeah.
And then
Plot
at
twist.
the same time, when the shirt got pulled off and we all saw the sports bra, I saw so many shoulders just get relaxed. And we just started watching. Oh, man.
All right, well, yeah, it's a fair fight.
Yeah, man. It was a fair fight for sure. It was a fair fight. It was just one of those like awkwardly funny things to be a part of, even though you weren't, to just see like all of us were at the same, like, oh, there's a dude fucking crossing the line. Like, yo, who's gonna jump in first?
Nah, that's still
and
big bro over there.
Yo, it was just like, hey, stay out of this, man.
That's still little bro or big bro.
It's a bunch of independent women who don't need no nigga. Like, they don't need no help. Let them have it. You know, I was talking to the security guard later on. We were, we were smoking a blunt. Like, shout out to Dave. You know, I don't know if I said it to him, but I know I thought it. And I was like, all the strap-ons were getting their scrap on. And that's all I could think the entire fucking fight.
Come on, man. Ding yourself. I'll give you that. That was
But it was
strap on.
I did feel like a sense of
They strapped up and strapped on.
Yeah.
It was a different kind of strap.
Bro, they fought for so long. They fought so long, I thought they were fighting for equal rights. It was really bad though. Like they were in the street, cars were trying to
Well, of
drive
course they had all
by.
that stamina. Shit's made out of plastic.
Could go all night, man.
Of course.
And just like the men, just standing there on the side watching.
The spirit is willing and the flesh is synthetic.
Jesus.
Sorry.
I was setting you up for all of these, man.
I mean, I lied. Don't worry. If we can't laugh about it, then then it's laughing about it and making these jokes.
Hey, no, I'll be real with you. Anybody who's upset about that, you don't have enough. Either you don't have enough straight friends or you don't have enough lesbian friends. Because I have a lot of lesbian friends and they laugh with me on that shit. I've told that joke to a lesbian friend and they laugh with me before I got permission before I came on the air. You know what I'm saying? I need to know. Like, I don't need to get drug out in the middle of the fucking street because I've seen from the security they ain't gonna help me either. They don't want those hands. Like, dead ass. But it was just one of those like
or anything else that may be in the utility belt.
Bro.
This one has a 3-speed function.
They call her Bunny Rabbit. So that was my weekend, man. That was the highlight of my weekend, was watching that fight. It went on for a while, though.
Really?
No,
like they really just let them
because
throw down?
no one wanted to jump in.
Yeah.
Everyone who was security in the area was a man and was like, I'm not getting up in there. I'm going to get fucking socked up too. Like, because everyone throwing blows was like throwing them with intent.
Yeah.
There was very little hair
Haymakers.
grabbing bullshit. Like, nah, man. They were.
I mean, if they're in the street, then that's LAPD's problem.
That's what I'm saying.
That's LAPD's problem. Fuck
But it was funny to watch traffic be like, all right, and they just kind of move around. But the fight kept going in and out of traffic. But traffic was like, hey, man, we in LA. It's Saturday.
It's just another part of the day.
Just another part of the day, man. Just another part of the day.
Oh,
for real.
I don't even know where to go from that. That shit is oh, what is you said something? Why are you bringing? Oh, that's right.
You know what? That actually.
You know what? That's a good segue to that, because if you have those friends that are willing to scrap or whatever, maybe
not willing to scrap, but like
we're not willing
to start a scrap.
Yeah, maybe
willing to not stop one.
Maybe just don't bring them out. This goes back to something I said before, which is a video of this guy getting carried out by his friends. He's like, si sabes cómo me pongo, ¿por qué me invitas? It's also your fault. If you know how they get, why are you inviting them?
Yeah.
It's your fault. That's your friend. That's your fault.
We need to bring back shaming our friends.
We do.
We really do.
But they're always, sometimes those friends that get like that are always the ones that are, not always, but are more inclined to be the ones to say, oh, what's the move? What's the move? And you're trying to like, if you go out without them, you got to avoid posting or whatever, or make it with some excuse like, oh, damn, we're already on the way. Where y'all at? Text them 2 hours later. Yo, my phone died. I just had to plug it. I found a charger. Yeah, we're over here, but then you lead to the next spot. I've been a part of a group like that. I wasn't saying anything to actively avoid them because I kind of feel bad, but I was just like not answering my phone and not posting anything. It's like, oh yeah, no, I went out. Oh, they didn't tell you? Oh, oops, sorry.
Okay, but when you say what's the move, that's planning where to go next.
No,
right?
like they'll say like, oh, what's the move tonight? Like where are we going tonight? Like those.
That's
friends
what I'm saying. Like, what's next? Like, what are we doing? Where are we going? What's the plan? Like, okay, cool. Like, they might know everywhere to go, but that's because they're trying to remember where they can't go because they got 86 or kicked out of a fucking place, man. Like, the people who aren't willing to be still are some of the most dangerous people.
Like, damn, you ain't got a fucking hobby? Go
Bro.
crochet some shit.
Something. Like, I actually had this happen a couple days ago, and the group walked in. It was 4 guys and a girl. The ratio's already off. I'll be real with you there. Because when you see 4 guys and a girl, and one, like, the girl is clearly with one of the guys in the group, either she's toxic or he is. I mean, this is usually a combination of both, but I'm saying
It's not always, but that's 9 times out of 10.
9 times out of 10. So you see that, and it's like, all right, is she there because she needs to keep an eye on him, or is she there because she's the only one who can calm him down? And neither one is good for the rest of the group, man.
No.
You know, so they came in. It was pretty late, around midnight, this and that. Like, they ordered a couple drinks. One of the guys who was paying wouldn't tip. The other guy would. Is what it is. But as it went on, there was a lot of pushing with their conversation. Like, like, the guys who got to be super aggressive. I got to push you to let you know. I got to put hands on you kind of deal. Like that kind of shit.
The kind of friend that if you're somewhere and there's girls around there, come back behind you, fucking choke you, like, I'll fuck you up, man.
Shit.
I hate
That
those
shit.
fucking people, man. I had
But he was the guy with the girl. Yeah. Which means he has to show out more because he has his girl with him.
You already got the girl, bro. What do you have to? I fucking hate those.
Bro.
It's so funny. Drewski has a video about that. That's like the friends that are overly aggressive when women are around. It's like, I had a friend like that.
Yeah.
And looking back, and I'm like, you're such a piece of shit.
It also is just really fucking sad because 9 times out of 10, the friend group would rather hang out with your girl instead of you, and not because they trying to fuck your girl. It's just, yo,
you're fucking annoying.
Yeah. And she's way cooler than you. She's the version of you we would rather hang with. Says a lot about you, bro. Get your shit together. But nah, man, like, I was listening to them talk as it went on. And the one guy who was actually tipping asked me, oh, hey, man, how's your night going, this and that? Doesn't mean because I hear that I'm just saying, like, all right, man, you're cool. But I could tell he was being genuine about it. He really wanted to know. So I answered him. I was like,
yeah, you can definitely tell with their tone and how they say it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I was just like, let me answer him truthfully. Like, my night's going all right. Slow is what it is. He's like, oh, I just moved there. Whatever. Conversation is what it is. But then one of the other guys comes back up. This is like the 3rd time when they come up. One of the guys comes up with them and they're talking. And I just hear him saying, like, yo, this and that. Like, why does he talk like that? Why? Hey, yada yada yada. This, and like the other dude says, the one who was tipping, he was like, "Yo, why the fuck you even bring him out?" And I was like, "Exactly." Damn. And his boy was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, he doesn't pay for anything. He's always got an attitude. He's always like talking about wanting to fight." And he literally said, "He's like, and I'll beat that nigga ass right now." I heard him say that, but he was like, "But I don't give a fuck." But why the fuck do we bring him out? And he was like, oh, but he comes out with such and such. He's like, but that nigga don't pay for shit either. So why do we bring you? He's like, he's cool even though he don't pay for shit. I'm not buying him a drink the rest of the night. He's like, I'm not buying him a drink the rest of the night. Oh boy, though, I ain't buying him shit. I ain't doing nothing for him. But then the way it worked, I ain't gonna bore y'all with the rest of the fucking story, but the way it came around is, old boy came up because his girl came up because she saw them talking and she was like, hey, what's up, this and that. And the homie bought her a drink because she came up. Like I said, some people would rather your girl hang out instead of you, and it ain't because they trying to fuck. She's just cooler than you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You fucking suck. You fucking suck. Your girl is so much nicer. We'd definitely rather hang out with your girl. Your girl will help us get girls. That's why we like your girl. Your girl makes sure we get laid. You make sure you get laid. and you don't pay for shit. And you never paid for drugs. Not once, man. It's a quote from a movie. Okay. It's one of my favorite fucking quotes because it really, like, it was at a point where, like, this one dude, he had the position of power, like, I'm the guy, this and that. And everyone was, like, laying into him. It was like, oh, you always do this, you do that, you're a piece of shit, blah, 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 blah. And the one homie was like, because he was the one homie who always just smoked and did whatever. He just did the drug. He was like, and you never pay for drugs. I'm the drug guy. Everybody else pays for drugs but you. And you kill the mood. Like, I felt that when old boy was like, why do you bring him out, man? Because when his girl came up, he couldn't handle that his girl was a part of the friend group talking. But she was over there trying to fucking help him out. She was over there like, man, like, he don't mean it. He's had, like, whatever. Like, she was saying whatever. This motherfucker walks up and is like, oh, hey, man, I'm sorry to interrupt your powwow, interrupt your little conversation. That's cool. Y'all do your thing. And then
that's the exact same shit.
But he's got his arm around the dude when he says it. And he does the whole, like, tapping him on the chest thing. Like, no, I got you, bro. Yeah. I got you, bro. Like, you have a good conversation. I'm going to be outside. It's whatever. And his girl looks at him like, what the fuck are you talking about? And old boy was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, oh, no, this and that. He's like, and then he tried to flip it and be like, hey, so we can go outside and do whatever. He's like, we can. Do you want to? Like, he just called his bluff. Like, yo, do you want to? Because I'm down to go outside right now. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, at the end of the story, they all still walked home together. Keep that same energy, though. Because at the end of, like, what did you do? What lesson did he learn? Because really what happened is, after all the shit that he fucking was talking, the way that he was acting, the way he was pushing people, I told him, I was like, everybody else in your group is good. Even the motherfuckers who weren't tipping. He's cut off. I ain't giving him no more alcohol. So then he sat there and was like when old boy told him, like, oh, you been cut off? He's like, I don't give a fuck. And then he drank someone else's drink. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that. He's like, I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck them up. I'll do this. I'll do that. I don't care who fucking cut me off. He knew better than to talk shit about me, but not because he was afraid of me, but it was like, I wasn't in his friend group. Yeah. So it's like, you've already been cut off. So if you talk shit to me or about me in a way where I can hear it, because I'm standing right in front of you while this is happening, I'll get all of you kicked out. I'll ruin the whole night. Mm-hmm. It's not that you were afraid of me, but you're like, I know who I can talk shit to. Mm-hmm. And I know who I can talk shit about. Why do you let them do that, bro? Like, dead ass, man. Like, stop letting assholes control your night. Period.
God, I'm sorry. I'm getting like flashbacks throughout this whole story. I'm like, God damn. I hope to never come across a friend like that or a person like that again that's in the friend group, because yeah, that really is a mood killer. And it's, if they don't go home, then I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go home and I ain't dealing with this bullshit. Fuck that. I am not going to be associated or responsible for anything that happens. I'll walk the fuck off. I will Irish goodbye the hell out of there. Oh, my God.
That phrase, you're scaring all the hoes, man.
Literally,
that shit just stays in my head, especially when you brought your own girl. Like,
how you scare off your own girl?
I literally laugh. I just like you're drying up every pussy in the room, man. Like, for real. Because you're so lubed up, you dried up every pussy in the room.
You're overcompensating for your lack of personality or anything else. So now you got to be the overly masculine. Do you honestly,
just the lack of personality?
Do you really think like that's like? Do you think that's attractive? That works?
Yeah.
I'm chronically online. A majority of the shit that I see is women hate that shit. There's a select few that do. We refer to them as bops. So that's what you will attract, which is fine if that's your thing.
Thank you for saying that.
But for the majority of them, they don't like that shit. They don't like that shit. Don't be an asshole. They don't like that shit.
Stop.
And this is shit that I hear on this. It's not just me seeing shit online, but it's being on the other side of the bar and talking to guests, women in particular, and they tell me like, having conversations Like I think actually it might have been this last week. This group of ladies came in and we had a great conversation. They were telling me about like, like some of the guys they were dating or whatever and this and that, and we're just talking, and that's shit that they're telling me like, yeah, no, I don't like these guys fucking suck, these assholes or whatever, like oh, dating sucks because you don't know what you're getting yourself into because you go somewhere and they act this way but they talk this way. So yeah, like it's not attractive to try to be fucking super macho masculine. Like you look weird.
We need to
You're
stop.
being weird.
We need to stop spending so much energy trying to pick low-hanging fruit, because a lot of people are so afraid to sleep alone at night because they're afraid to be alone with their thoughts. Trust me, I've been there. Just being real. That you just don't want to go home alone. And so they use that shotgun approach of, I'm just going to keep shooting stuff until I hit something. Like literally until they hit something. But I'll be real with you, man. Like nobody fucks you better than a woman that actually wants to. Just going to be honest with you. Like you can fuck 10 women and none of them like you, and you can fuck one woman who actually likes you. I guarantee you will enjoy that so much more than spending 1,000, 15, 2,000, whatever money you're spending just to try to make yourself feel better. Like for real. Because you're going to spend more money trying to talk to one of us bartenders, one of the servers, which usually, especially if that bartender or server is a woman, then you're going to spend all of your energy trying to fuck them because you treat it so transactional. You're like, oh, what's your price? Bro, that's not sustainable. It's not, because eventually you run out of money, or eventually no amount of money is enough, Look at our current regime. Like at a certain point, you don't want to use certain words. We'll get doxxed or fucking whatever. I'm just being real. Like when you look at the people that certain people follow, because those people have power, have status, have whatever, because people just want to be involved in something. They want to be a part of a collective. They want to be seen. They want to be heard, this and that. All right, well, pick better groups. You can find someone in a group that has all of the qualities that you want to have within yourself or believe you have within yourself, that has leadership, that has charisma, that has empathy and compassion and takes care of everyone else, who is the coolest person in the fucking room. You can get closer to that person genuinely and learn how they do it and be a better person that way, instead of being like, oh, how do I get to the top as quickly as possible so that I can fuck everyone else over? Because trust me, you're going to feel good about yourself for a very short amount of time based on your bank account. And then when all of that shit falls apart, you just turn into Jeremy Piven.
Fuck Jeremy Piven.
Exactly.
Fuck Jeremy Piven.
Exactly.
Speaking of Jeremy Piven, I just realized that this weekend I'm going to have the Facebook crowd.
Nice. Maybe he'll be there with his Von Dutch trucker hat.
Man, you know what? I hope he is. Because in that establishment, I can actually stand up for myself. So,
I mean, you wouldn't just stand up for yourself. You'd stand over him.
Stand over him. You short motherfucker. I'll fucking punt the shit out of you.
Although The Goods is like one of my guilty pleasure movies. Because it's him being his cuntiest, but it angers. It's Jeremy Piven in a way that is palatable, and you're like, oh, I like that version in small doses, but he's made his whole career about that. And not just him. You're not just catching strays, Jeremy.
No,
we're talking to everyone who's like that.
It's not strays, it's direct shots. Fuck that.
Yeah, we did call him by name. Yeah. I'm just saying that it's not just you. It's just the people like you, man. Come on, dude. Don't treat people like shit. Don't think that because you have some power, like,
he ain't got no fucking power.
Gives you power over me.
Nah, he ain't got no fucking power. He's 5'5" or whatever. I don't give a fuck. It angers me when I learned that he was in Rush Hour.
It doesn't anger me because the character he played was so
He played this overly flamboyant
Yeah.
gay person that worked at Gucci. Like,
Yeah.
it angers me. It
He
angers me
No,
because
what
that
it-
interaction was funny, and
It-
that pisses me off because
it doesn't anger me. It makes
you,
me
Johnny
laugh because I know that character is based off of Serge from Beverly Hills Cop. That's how old I am.
damn.
That character was based off of that because that was the only way that you would allow a gay character into a film. They had to be funny. You had it was gays and minorities were only allowed in film if they brought something to the fucking table. That's why you let this straight man who gets picked on by everyone else because he's a short little fucking prick. And he's like, oh, I remember how I used to pick on the gays and my gay friends. I remember Beverly Hills Cop. Let me be Serge. And it didn't fucking work because he's not likable. I'm sorry. You're not likable. And not everyone's supposed to be. Like, you didn't do anything to me. So I'm just being real. You're
That
just not a
scene
likable
was-
person.
that
And
scene
that's
was
because you
entertaining.
chose not to be. We all choose our paths. It is
wasn't-
what it is.
It was an entertaining scene, but I never put two and two together, and it just pisses me off.
Yeah, it does.
You
But what
motherfucker.
also pisses me off is something that happened over the last few days. I know that by the time this comes out, it will be a little bit further along. But at the same time, this isn't one of those things that we felt comfortable not speaking on, especially because it's within our realm. It's our people as well. It happened at after hours, and I don't remember
Yeah,
her
I get-
name specifically, but I remember like her nickname was like Mandy Dandy. If I remember
Dandy
correct-
Mandy.
Dandy Mandy. Sorry.
Amanda is her name. But
Yeah.
I don't think it says here her last name. But yeah, in regards to that, the venue is Fever, or the
Not the
event is
venue. It's
Fever?
just like
The people that
yeah.
facilitate it.
Yeah.
They did release a statement about it. I know you said you wanted me to do the Spark Notes, but I'm
Yeah,
not
I mean
really sure.
just kind of jump over it as far as to let those out there who may not know, especially if you're not in the LA area.
Yeah, so they put out a statement basically saying that learning about it, they're deeply devastated. Um uh and they felt not obligated, but they felt compelled to say something about it because while it did not happen in their establishment, the perpetrator and the victim were both attendees to
Yeah.
said after's events, so they felt
For context, it was at an after hours event, and Amanda was trying to defend her brother who was being jumped by a
Several
few
guys.
other individuals, and in that scrum someone pulled out a knife, and from what they hear or from the way it's been reported is just that they were trying to stab her brother but stabbed her, but at the same time it said several stab wounds. You don't stab someone several times on accident.
No.
That is just
That's full intent.
a subhuman piece of shit. And I say that not just because they, did that to this young woman who didn't deserve it, but just why did you choose to do that?
Like you
I
really
don't understand.
you resorted to trying to take somebody's life like that was your default. I am not a forgiving person like that because I put myself in those shoes, whereas if that was me in that scenario, fuck the justice system. I'm going full Punisher vigilante. I'm gonna find these motherfuckers and put them down myself. Don't care if that was my younger sister or older sister. Fuck that. I'm gonna find them myself and I'm gonna put them down. So I can only imagine the pain and hurt that the brother is going through, and the whole family as well. Like that's it honestly does break my heart to even think and try to even begin to fathom those emotions. But in this statement as well, they also said that that they're going to be upping their security protocols, upping security, like more security staff, more metal detectors, pat downs, medical staff. It says here that they're going to be adding, so they're taking the procedures. I feel while this is great that they put out this response, like this is like, yeah, okay, cool, you're saying something. um it's like, it's just in hindsight, I feel like these things should have been in place already, because this is an after hours. People are usually already drunk and then getting more fucked up or off whatever drugs they're doing. Like, you should already have these practices in place. I don't want to like attack this, uh I don't know what to call them, this collective, this group or whatever, but like, come on, man, it's afters. People are not 100% going to be in the right state of mind. You should have extra security. You should have medical staff already. You should have these security protocols in place already, so something like this doesn't happen. And like, everybody's doing drugs there. If they find the drugs, whatever. But like, pat these people down. Seriously, like, that kind of just goes to what I've said before about how our place people sneak bottles in. Like, you just got to be more thorough, because then shit like this happens. And even if it's not finding the drugs or bottles, like, you don't want people to come in with weapons. And then, because then when you tell people, then it creates this atmosphere of like, oh well, the afters, oh, I don't know, they might be dangerous, somebody just died. I'm just saying, like, these should have been in place already to avoid something like this. And who knows? I've never attended one of their events, so I don't know. Maybe they were very thorough with their security measures, and this person just, you know, fucking snuck it in. Probably snuck the knife in his ass because he's that much of a piece of shit. That was not a pun intended. I'm sorry. Don't laugh at that. That was not fun. You got to use a little bit. That was not intended. So who knows? I don't wanna completely criticize them. I don't know, but I do appreciate that they put this statement out. This says 2 days ago, so I'm assuming it's fairly recent to when the incident happened from this post. Um, our hearts go out to Mandy, aka Amanda, and her family. This is very heartbreaking to hear. It says let's see, there's some descriptions here. I think
And while you look that up, I just want to say that um, I understand that with any business, especially as I just said earlier, that a lot of these institutions is prepaid. I get it. So you have someone that you have to answer to at the end of the night, and you have to show a profit. But someone's life is not worth that profit. And the thing is that it's easy to justify a profit until something like this happens. And too often we are very reactionary. We wait until something happens and then we increase the security. As you said, those things should have been in place. Well, all right, maybe the first time they did it, they overdid it with security. And then whoever they had to report to at the top was like, no, you got to give me this and this and this to justify that. Dude, excuse me. It's an afters. It's happening at a time of night where you don't have a lot of security. You don't have a lot of protocols in place to make sure that people are safe. So yeah, it may eat into your bottom line a little bit more to have a little bit more security. But I mean, one of the only afters I went to that I actually felt safe in had the metal detectors and had security. And security was being a dick because it was raining outside and they were in a bad mood. And I was like, I get it, but at least I felt safe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For
like
sure.
I felt safe.
You want to feel safer. I could say that even going to like some of the festivals I went to, when they don't, I'm glad they don't search me. But then again, at the same time, I'm like,
why not?
Why didn't you?
I mean,
I got this fucking flask in my shoe. Why didn't you?
Bro,
I went through all this effort.
I'd rather you search everyone than not.
Yeah, it's just
Like if and
like
and,
yeah, you might
and I
you
get
might
it,
find my stash, but
bro. And I get it that we all want to get our stash in and we want to do that. I mean, what's more important, trying to keep your buzz or trying to maintain your
just
safety?
trying to keep your life. Like really.
I mean, like
Yeah.
yeah. But if I had to choose between smoking the blunt, taking a couple shots, doing whatever before I go into a spot, and then, I mean, come on. All right, let's have a real conversation here. How long do you need to be fucked up? Like,
I
for
don't want to be
real.
fucked up. I just want to
How
ride.
long?
I just want to be tipsy. Like
Right.
I'm gonna ride that.
For the people who need
Yeah.
to be fucked up, how long do you need it?
Yeah.
Because if you need it for longer than 2 hours, there's a deeper problem.
Yeah. Go to therapy.
Being fucked up for longer than 2 hours at a time is a problem, bro. I'm going to be real with you. And I got plenty of fucking trauma. I like to be buzzed. I like to ride that wave of buzzed where I'm just carefree, want to have a good time, want everyone else to have a good time. That's what I'm about, man. That's when I go out, that's my intent. Whether I'm smoking, drinking, combination, or anything, I'm about having a good time. I'm not trying to escape anything. And I definitely don't need to be fucked up for hours at a time. So if you need that, there's a deeper problem, bro. Like if you're complaining about prices because you can't get fucked up off of these prices, I agree. But I also need to understand why you need to be that fucked up. What is it that you're running from? What are you running to? What the
wall.
fuck is going
fucked
on, man? Like going to an afters and seeing people over the age of 25. All right? Let's be real. If you're under 25, you're supposed to be fucked up.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be thinking, especially you're in college.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But if you are visibly over 25, which means you're definitely over 25, what the fuck are you running from and where are you running to? Grow the fuck up. Have a good time. Like
Go start a
adult.
family. The fuck are you
No,
doing?
don't start a family. Have a good time like a fucking adult. Get your
Yeah.
shit together, man. Like for real. We don't need you creating more humans that are just as fucked up as you. Fix your shit first.
True shit.
Please, please, please stop going out and harming other people at a fucking afters event.
Yeah,
man.
the description here was very vague. Dressed in black, got mace, accompanied by another man that was in white.
Wearing white.
So, I mean, if
Salt
you
and
hear
pepper
talks
food.
about people that got maced recently, yeah, maybe look into that. So that's there wasn't really much of a description. So that really
It just
sucks.
it shouldn't be happening, man.
No,
Like people shouldn't. When you go to an afters, you shouldn't be thinking, "Is my car gonna get broken into, or am I gonna lose my life?" And that's about it, man. That's about it. No matter the time of night or day, depending on how you look at it, you go into a venue, you should feel comfortable that when you go back out to your vehicle, it's safe. And that I'm gonna go off on a side one here.
okay, I gotta use the bathroom when you go off.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, give me a time to actually flesh this out. When did we start saying that it was okay for businesses to say that they're no longer liable for what happens to our vehicles while we're in their venue? Like, for real. You will park in a structure to go have dinner or to go watch a movie. And in doing so, you are actually signing off to say that the structure you park in is not liable for what happens to your car. Says who? I parked in your structure. You're liable for my fucking car. I parked here. My car is supposed to be the same way it was when I left when I come back. Why is it that's okay now? And I'm saying that to you because it's only okay because you allow it to be okay, just like everything else. If you allow people to get away with things, they will continue to. These parking garages, they keep saying that they're not liable for your fucking belongings that are in your vehicle because you keep saying it's okay. Stop parking in these structures. And if a place isn't willing to say that they will be on the hook for your vehicle and therefore you don't park there, and then everyone just stops parking in places downtown. And I know this is fucking dynamite. I get it. I get what I'm saying. Then Uber downtown. It'll be cheaper, you know? Or park a little further and then Uber to your car. Park in a place that does actually cover you and cover your belongings. Why is it that you've allowed these places to say that they're not liable for your fucking belongings anymore?
They should be liable.
You're leaving your car there. You're saying, I'm leaving my car and everything in it with you. And they're saying, hey, look, however it looks when you get back, don't blame me for it. I'm not responsible. Then why the fuck I park here, bro?
Oh, are you talking about places that have parking and they say they're not liable? Like it is.
Yeah, no,
that's bullshit.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
If you're not liable for these cars, I'm not liable for that tab, or I'm not liable for anything else.
What the fuck are you liable for? Why'd I park here?
This is your parking lot. But if I take a shit in your parking lot, now that's a problem. But wait, you're not liable.
If you take a shit, you ain't liable for the shit. But if my fucking window gets broken in, or if I walk up to my car, as we've heard from some of our friends, they walk up to their car and their car's getting actively broken into as they walk up. No one in that venue, no one in that area is liable. You signed off on them not being liable. Why are you allowing them to say they're not legally liable?
Yeah, I'm not okay.
You're allowing them to say it.
If your establishment has, I want to say ownership, but at least like if you're charging people to park there, then it's connected to your establishment. If they're like,
not the establishment, I'm talking about parking.
Yeah.
So you're right where you started.
If you're charging for people,
if you're paying for parking,
yeah.
What the fuck are you paying?
You should be liable for the security of those vehicles.
You're paying for.
Granted, like somebody would say, like, "Oh, you're paying to park there." Yeah, but like, again, I'm paying you to park here, yes, because you own the lot. But also, like, if somebody breaks into my shit, like, the fuck, man, I'm out, whatever that, and then I gotta cover the cost of shit. But if I come in here and fuck up your parking lot, now that's a problem, right?
But if every car is paying 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 fucking dollars for parking, and then you're saying you're not liable for what happens to their car, where did that 40 fucking dollars go? Whatever I spent to park here, where did it go? I still spent it.
Yeah.
And you got one security guard? That's it? And my car is just supposed to be whatever? Man, fuck you.
Yeah,
fuck you. And all these people who don't come downtown to any downtown, because I've worked in multiple downtowns, multiple cities, multiple states. Number one thing I hear about is fucking parking.
Yep.
I can't find a place to park. It's always expensive to park. You go to pull up to a parking spot, you get one fucking attendant who the country says should not live here, apparently. And then your car gets broken into. And then they tell you that this, like, the same type of person who parked your car is the same person who broke into it. And it's like, no, it was a nigga that did that. Like, real shit. Duh. It is people who have already been in this fucking country, who are disenfranchised, who are fucking tired of the bullshit, or just lazy and say, I'm going to steal from someone else. They're the ones stealing. But the person who tried to come to this country legally, and we keep making it harder for them to be here, and they're just like, all right, well, I guess I'll park cars, and I'll be the valet in this carport, whatever. I'll do that. They want you looking at them But yeah, the person standing next to you probably broke into your car on their way out. They left just before you. Like, you never fucking know, man. All this shit is fucking stupid. They got us looking at each other and blaming each other and having a problem with each other the entire time while they're taking the money not even out of our pockets. They take it out of our bank account. They take the money from you before it even gets to you. And then tell you to sign off on them not being liable for your fucking car. Anyway, let's palate cleanse this shit.
So I found this and I thought it was pretty funny because this goes in line with what we do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us rely on it.
Oh, you want to be cuddled? Come here, sweet boy. Mommy will hold you. Let me hold your cute face. You're so pretty, all snuggled up in my arms. Mommy loves you so.
How the Red Bulls be talking to me in the morning.
When you see the profile name, it
Checking. Oh, yeah, I saw that.
That's a little difficult. That's also how my girl talks to me. So I was like, flashbacks. I feel like, did you read that script? Treats me like a Red Bull. Do I give you wings, bitch? Is that what this is? God damn it.
Oh my God. No, but seriously, a lot of us rely on Red Bull and energy drinks. So I thought that was fitting.
Dead ass. I'm poor as fuck right now. And I was sitting here and I normally drink Celsius. And I was thinking to myself, how many Celsius could I afford while drinking the Red Bulls at work? Like, I've had it planned out. I was like, I have a Celsius on this day. I have a Red Bull on this day. Because now we got sugar free.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We got sugar-free, watermelon, regular, tropical.
You had me at sugar.
Tangerine.
Play the video.
Yeah. Oh, that's my light. Got it.
That's definitely not it.
This one definitely goes in line with what's going on with this now.
I have to show you something, what I do. Okay.
That's definitely her boyfriend.
Oh, all right. I have to show you something.
That's definitely her boyfriend. Because he's seen her do that so many times. You can see it in his eyes. Like, yeah,
I wasn't concerned about that. I was just more looking at the caption.
I know. Like, the captions are perfect. It's just that I can see it in his eyes that he's seen her do that move so many times. We've already done these. Why are you scrolling?
No, there's another one that I didn't do.
Oh, okay.
This one
is it customers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's actually really great.
All right.
Having been a bartender for a few years now really breaks the mold of like the elders know best, right? You respect your elders. You know, anybody under 45 is a fucking idiot. Because every single person I've had to cut off or throw out has been that age or older, like 45 or older. You know, when 21-year-olds come in, like, they can be annoying, but it's just because, like, they don't know bar etiquette yet, and I have to, like, hold their fucking hand through the process of ordering a rum and coke. But, like, you know, at least they're not, like, getting plastered and trying to smack my ass. Like, that's always been the elderly, the people that I've always been told to show, like, the utmost respect for, are acting like the biggest fucking fools out in public. Like, they get 2 drinks in them and then they, like, revert back to children. It's crazy. It's embarrassing. Because me, at my young age, has to baby these old-ass motherfuckers who I've been told my whole life don't know best. Obviously not. Y'all are fucking dumb, dog. Having been a bar...
He's not wrong.
They are not wrong. They are not wrong. I spent that whole video like, listen here, sir, ma'am. You better take some of that bass into your voice.
They have
please.
magnificent hair.
Yo, nah, ain't magnificent hair. Their whole fucking, it's like white prince. Like a it's like a Viking prince.
Viking prince.
Like, what the fuck? did I just watch, man? Like when he was all like, "Oh, smack my ass," I'm like, some of those guys were smacking your ass because they thought something a little bit different. Them cheeks were a little bit too fat. Like, bro, you had 3 different colors of hair as a guy as a bartender, male bartender with colored hair. I'm gonna be real with you. As a colored bartender with colored hair, I'm gonna be real with you. Yo, that was a lot. That was a lot going on, man. That was a lot. He had brown with blonde, with the natural root color, with the tattoos, with the cheeks. I will smack those cheeks too.
With the cheeks?
With the cheeks, man. With the cheeks. That was just a little bit too much.
I mean,
it's a little bit too much.
But definitely,
especially for fucking Wisconsin or wherever the fuck he bartends at.
Definitely not wrong though, because
no, he is. I was focusing on the joke, and I agree.
Especially going into this weekend, having Tony Touch, which is going to be a lot of those people that are around that age or over. Yeah, that you see some of the ones that didn't get married or didn't start a family, and they're just trying to relive it again, and they just start acting a fool. It's like, you can't throw it down, throw it back anymore. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to fall. Like, come on, act your age. It's not that it's excusable, but it's understandable for 22, 23, 24-year-olds. Like, all right, you're young. Yeah. But if you're like 45, 46, 47, and you're falling down, you're going to feel that tomorrow.
Falling down. If you dance and it sounds like you should be sponsored by Rice Krispies, just let it go. It's over for you. Snack.
I hope you brought the Ben Gay.
Pop and lock your ass out of the fucking bar. Like,
something's popping. It's not ass. It's the kneecaps.
Let it go. I get it, man. I get it. I get it. I also feel that, like, we always run into that because the people he's talking about, that's my group. I see them too. They don't know I'm one of them, but assholes come in every age range. Like, it just is what it is. You're gonna have people who never read a room, never looked within themselves, never tried to get help, never anything. They just exist and do whatever the fuck they want and say whatever the fuck they want, and they don't care. And again, there are those people that you're like, oh, why'd you bring them out? Because people are literally sitting there saying to them, like, yo, why the fuck do you bring them out? Like, you shouldn't be smacking anyone's ass, touching anyone without fucking permission, treating people like shit. The jokes I made earlier, I make them in jest or whatever, but, like, I'm not going to go into a fucking place and be like, what are you or who are you or anything like that? Because I don't want anyone asking me that, which I've had while on the clock so many times in the years I've worked within this industry, is having people, question me or my ethnicity or my sexuality or anything just because they feel they have the right to. And it's like, yo, fuck you, man. But yeah, I make my jokes because I know I would see that person, and because I would see them behind the bar, I would crack my joke and they would fucking get it. And they'd be like, he's one of the good ones. I know it, It's just one of those things.
I beg your pardon?
It's one of those things you get from being a part of a collective, being a part of, a group, understanding them, being an ally. We spend so much time trying to put up borders and walls between each other and say that we can't cross them. But if we would spend more energy actually understanding that those border walls are meant to be jumped over, that we're meant to come.
That's got to be racist. There's no way.
We're meant to come together and, share our seasonings. You know what I mean? Share our recipes. I mean, food, music,
sorry,
entertainment, jokes.
Jumping over the board.
all of those things, those are the things that bring us together. You know, that's part of what this podcast was created for, is to bring us all together. You can't do that from your own little corner, man. You got to get out there. You got to experience other things. You got to have new food, have new drinks, have new experiences, get to know people. Like, you really have to. And then you can make the same jokes that we get to make.
Yeah.
That's why we get to make them.
Yeah, we cross those borders.
Yeah.
How we cross those borders?
We jump those borders.
How we go?
We're border jumpers.
How we cross those borders? Well, that's up for debate. You got anything else? I
don't know. I felt like we had like one more. There should be one more like social media clip we could use just on a good palate cleansing. It could even be the one that I had showed, or not showed, but I had told you about. It should be towards the top, like right after or right before the ones that we just did. Because there's one in particular. Which one? Yes.
Oh.
Do that. Have you seen it?
Yeah, T showed me that one.
Okay, T sent it to me too, so now we can give it to everyone else because T shared it with both of us, and that'll be how we close everything out. Like, we'll react to it. Let's react to it in real time, and we'll close there because I feel like we're definitely over an hour. But
son of a bitch!
I know, right? Oh, I love this one. Right. Do that one. Okay. I remember being at Beauty and the health inspector came in. It was like, label this, move this, put this on ice, do that. So that's a good one.
One Irish coffee, please. One Irish coffee. No, I don't feel like making that right now. I want to make an espresso martini. Order an espresso martini.
I did.
May I have one French 75?
No! Order an espresso martini.
I would like one Bombardino. Thank you.
Oh my God. No! Espresso martinis only. I have a good feeling the next person's going to order an espresso martini.
May I have an espresso martini?
Yes. Call me feminine,
what
but
did she
espresso
say to you when
martinis,
she said
top
to you?
three
Did she
drinks
just
to get
send
at
it?
a bar.
She said she
First two are
pictures
beer.
this me bartending.
She's like, I feel like this would be you. I'm like, yeah. Except I would say, don't order an espresso martini.
My reaction was completely different.
Oh, I want to play this so bad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Boom! And then coffee liqueur. Where is it? Right here. Behind the back.
Nice.
Woo! Boom! Where'd it go? I need to smash it. There we go. Woo. All right. Woo! Strainer.
I love that he fucking twirled the glass.
That looks like shit. Doesn't taste like it though. Coffee bean. There you go.
Super.
That's a big ass
One
bean.
Irish coffee, please.
One Irish coffee.
It's a big ass bean right there.
When he said it looks like shit, it reminded me of a person that used to work where you work, where they didn't have any phone. I want to play that game because that looks like so much fun. But then I think about like, wait, am I gonna play a game where I do this and get paid for it? It's one of those things where I'm like, wait, why would I want to play this? I already do this.
I would play it
just to throw bottles at people,
just to have the freedom of destroying everything.
Just
after I pour
virtual rage room.
He was like,
just a virtual rage room for
this
work.
Is the last espresso martini of the night. I waited all night. It's the only one I'm making. You know why? Because the espresso's over there against the wall, and I'm not making anymore. I fucking love that part. I have such a joy in my heart for that fucking video as a whole, because it does feel like a virtual rage room, like you said. Just as you're pouring everything, just destroying it, getting the worst possible fucking score I could. You know,
Is the goal.
like
Not the best score. You wanna get the worst
I'd
score.
rather just pretend to be you and just stand there like this the entire time, and just get a negative score because
no.
I never unfolded my arms.
No. Let me get a
Pathetic.
No. Just start throwing the bottles at them. Yeah, I got nothing else. You got anything else?
Nah, I feel like that's it. I feel like we've done enough. I feel like we've given enough. Man, this is a nice return to the classic format for once,
Yeah.
man. What else? What else?
Hope
should
you
we
feel
leave
better,
on?
Rob.
We need to. Yeah, we need to. Yo, don't get the mud butt. Don't eat the carnitas at Chipotle. Apparently, bless you. That's what got robbed is
Thank
the
you.
carnitas.
Stay away. That's the reason why it's called Chipotle.
Well, that's a good enough place to end. Like and subscribe, and cheers to the staff.
Chipotle.
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 Chipoodle.
Chipoodle.